Police on the hunt for man in viral Obia audio clip. Similar clips are circulating. Transport Commissioner says joint roadblocks are nothing new. Calypsonian Cupid says he will no longer participate in the Tobago Heritage Festival Calypso competitions, and the Division of Community Development hosts Emancipation Village. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday, 31st July 2024. Now to our top story. An arrest is imminent for a man who called on all Obia practitioners in Tobago to unite against licensing officers involved in an ongoing joint anti-crime exercise with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The audio clip has been circulating on WhatsApp amidst heightened roadblocks that began last week.
Yeah, fellas, I now get the 6 and 7 books of Moses from my grandfather. Watch me. I'll get a name. Let me start to walk one time. Get a name. We are the revealing powers and we are the book of Psalms too. Let me deal with them many once and for all, boy.
Police say if the person is found, he will be arrested. But there are other videos circulating. In this next audio clip is a woman who seemed to have been marking the officers and were prepared for their roadblocks in Roxborough.
Well, they are Roxborough, as they touch Dallas, them have to turn back. Because we so fix a foul ready for them with fire in mouth. I wait for them up here, so when they reach up, them have to run back. Red string round the foul neck, fire the foul mouth. And you run behind them, so them have to turn back. As they come, them have to jump back into the vehicle and run. And we are move real dread with them up that way, real dread.
While those first two were just audio clips, a video circulating shows another attempt to intimidate licensing officers using Obia. In this video, there's an animal carcass, flowers, and lighted candles. Now listen to some of what was said here.
The anchor hole there. The anchor hole, see that there? The anchor hole there. The anchor hole.
Transport Commissioner Kirk said the exercises, in conjunction with the TTPS, will continue. From last week to present, licensing officers have conducted numerous roadblock exercises in Tobago. However, the public has expressed frustration with the inconveniences experienced as a result of these roadblock exercises. Transport Commissioner Kirk was a guest on our Good Morning Tobago show where he was questioned about the exercises. Ariana Sipiu has the details.
Transport Commissioner Kirk said licensing officers are on the island at the TTPS's request. He explained that this was to facilitate several operations relevant to the Motor Vehicles and Road Traffic Act. He said this type of enforcement is not new.
It is not new for us as licensing officers because we conduct this type of exercise and at this volume every other day in Trinidad. And I mean at this magnitude. Likewise, we have visited Tobago time to time.
His interest in Tobago was sparked by a new ICT system that uncovered concerning practices. He highlighted the discovery of vehicles with duplicate chassis and instances of vehicles being registered twice.
And when we verify with the Stolen Vehicles Department, those vehicles, you have registered owners complaining to us that those vehicles were stolen at some point in time.
Kirk shared that a system has been developed to alert inspection stations when vehicles with potential issues come in for inspection. He noted that many such vehicles have been found on the island.
So we are here not just with TTPS, we are also here with the full support of on-the-ground persons from the forensic department. So time to time we have been taking certain decisions relevant to those.
Kirk noted that some individuals might unknowingly be driving stolen vehicles. In such cases, he emphasized that the vehicle must be surrendered for investigation. He also highlighted that many people are driving with expired permits and without wearing seatbelts.
When these individuals find themselves for some reason, someone with an expired permit, someone who has been disqualified, if that person caused an accident on the nation's road and bungs a law-abiding citizen, and maybe your child, maybe your mother, maybe your grandmother, that person could face major issues with insurance compensation.
When asked about the results of the recent exercises, the Transport Commissioner stated that the TTPS will soon publish these statistics. He also responded to complaints about citizens being ticketed for minor vehicle offenses, acknowledging that some licensing officers take things too far. However, he informed the public that they have the right to contest any ticket if they believe it was issued unjustly. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, the Transport Commissioner and Senior Sup Tobago said the exercises across the island are aimed at combating crime and promoting road safety. However, drivers and pedestrians alike have been complaining about the inconvenience of these exercises, which they claim disrupt their daily lives. Senior Superintendent Tobago Kirk addressed these concerns and urged them to bear with the inconvenience being caused. Here's more.
Senior Superintendent Kirk is asking the public to endure these inconveniences for the greater good, since many people have been calling on law enforcement officers to do their job.
When you do it, it may lead to some inconvenience. For instance, some of these operations, even with the licensing officers, people believe that is only geared towards money making by the state. And I beg to differ, because some of these exercises, persons who are arrested with illegal drugs, narcotics.
Kirk noted that there were times when people were arrested for possessing firearms, highlighting that several firearms were recovered in Trinidad using similar exercises.
So this is part of the effort of law enforcement of adopting a zero tolerance approach, because we have to start somewhere. As one of our president would have said, if you leave the streams to flow, they will flow into rivers and then into seas.
Kirk stated that if it got to this point, nothing could be done. He acknowledged that their approach may seem oppressive, but they need to do their jobs. Addressing the issue of protests on the island against these exercises, Kirk said that people have a right to protest, but it must be done within the legal framework of the law. He then noted the incident of persons burning tires by the Mount Mary walkover.
People put tires on the road and burn the tires. Eventually that was removed quickly by the fire service. And I'm saying, I'm encouraging persons, do not operate outside the law. If you do so, you may feel the brunt of the law coming down on you.
He warned that they would not tolerate persons acting in an errant manner against the law, which would be enforced. Kirk advised that if people want to protest peacefully, such as by doing marches, they need to seek permission from the TTPS. He urged the public to act within the law so that there would be no issues with the police. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, 2 days ago, licensing officers stopped an ambulance transporting a critically ill patient during one of their roadblock exercises in Tobago. It has been rumored that the critically ill person passed away. However, those are just rumors. This morning, however, Transport Commissioner Clive Clark, when asked why the ambulance was stopped during the road exercise, stated that initially, he was unaware of the situation. However, after being informed, both he and Sergeant Brent Batson of the TTPS immediately conducted an investigation into the matter.
So myself and Sergeant Brent Batson quickly conducted an investigation relevant to that, because we have our persons on the ground. And what we understand, though, is that yes, there was a road operation in the vicinity of Lowlands. And as you mentioned earlier on, sometimes when we are conducting operations, it creates line of traffic.
He claimed that the ambulance was stopped to be guided through traffic and was not stopped to be inspected because an ambulance is considered an emergency vehicle and cannot be stopped. However, he did not speak to the patient who was in the ambulance at the time.
A police officer would have taken the opportunity to approach the driver and to basically to allow the driver to know exactly where I will pass you through. So the vehicle was not stopped by any enforcement officer, a police officer or a licensing officer. The driver was engaged and was informed in terms of where you will now pass to get to your destination quite easy through the traffic. And that's
We reached out to Kristen Moore, Chairman of the Tobago Regional Health Authority, and Dr. Faith B. Israel, Secretary of Health, for comment on the matter, but they both declined to comment on the situation. We take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Get ready For the I Choose Sport Summer of Sport. And we're bringing the action to Tobago on Saturday, August 3rd. Win great cash prizes in our football tournament and show off your track and field skills. Have fun with our traditional and novelty games, bouncy castles, giveaways, and so much more. Meet some of our Tobago sporting legends up close. It all happens at the Montgomery Recreation Grounds from 10 a.m. on Saturday, August 3rd. See you there.
Are you ready to optimize your wedding business for engagement season and book more clients? Refine is the place to be. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
So relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books, and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
Pam Star Promotions and Charns Bookstores are happy to bring the 2024 New Wave Max Championships to Lowlands Mall, 8th to 10th August. Participants must be between ages 9 to 12 years. Lots of prizes to be won. To register, call 471-2604. For the best prices on school books, WhatsApp 471-2604 or 371-4824. 3 lucky students will win their book list for free.
Welcome back. Popular Tobago Calypsonian Cupid, who has 5 Tobago Heritage Monarch titles and numerous top 3 places under his belt, is stepping away from the competition. Cupid announced his decision via his Facebook page on Monday. He shared the reason for his decision with Tobago Updates, and reporter Tanisha Williams has the details.
It was a celebration in community.
Calypsonian Cupid stated that his decision has been a long time coming, but this year was the final straw. He said he has observed the competition deteriorating over the past few years.
The main reason, it's been a build-up over the past few years. You know, I've been seeing the deterioration of the competitions, to say the least. And I just think that this year was the last straw.
He stated that Calypso is not just a hobby for him, but a profession. He believes that the lack of seriousness has led to unvetted judges overseeing the competition, which he finds unprofessional.
And, you know, I mean, just calling a partner and say, hey, come and judge for me here. No, I can't agree with that, because transparency and integrity must remain in every form of Calypso. You understand? We're dealing with people, you're dealing with money, you're dealing with people putting the time and effort into this, and it should be respected.
He stated that there is a way the competition should be judged, but this year, that marking scheme was not used and competitors were not told about this decision. He did not appreciate the lack of unprofessionalism.
Why this year this wasn't done? And even if that wasn't done, why competitors wasn't told about it beforehand? And I find that very fishy. You know? So in the best interest for me, it's a personal decision. I think I want to step away from that, because I don't want to chart my career on that level.
He stated that him stepping away will also give the younger Calypsonians an opportunity to compete in the competition, because it did a lot for him.
I want to step aside and make way for the younger ones coming up in this competition, but not just step aside and not do nothing. I want let my voice or my experience, make a change in the competition, because these things cannot happen and we often stay quiet about it.
For now, Cupid said he will focus on perfecting his craft.
I just want to focus on doing bigger and better things and continuing my growth in the Calypso world. I just want to be a better Calypsonian.
Caston expressed regret about ending his participation in this way, but believes it's the best decision for him. However, he is open to returning as a judge. Tanisha Williams, Tobago Updates Television News.
The impact of Category 4 Hurricane Beryl in several countries less than a month ago has prompted CARICOM to strategize how they will use that experience to petition world leaders at COP29 on the need for climate justice. This was one of the outcomes of the recently concluded Heads of Government meeting in Grenada. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Issues of climate change and climate justice were at the forefront of discussions at the recently concluded Heads of CARICOM meeting. The region is facing challenges in building resilience and mitigation measures against disasters such as hurricanes. CARICOM Chair and Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell, explained that building codes, once heralded as a savior against hurricanes, are no longer sustainable.
Because it's quite clear, even when they tell you a lot of these things can withstand Category 3 or Category 4 hurricanes, that when the hurricanes do come, they do not withstand them.
Infrastructure is not the only risk in the face of hurricanes. Efforts that Caribbean nations are making toward improving their compliance with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, such as green energy, are also affected.
Even when you're doing things like solar panels and so on, which we're told are built to withstand Category 4, Category 5 storms, they literally disappear during the storms.
Additionally, there is the loss and damage caused to the natural environment. Mitchell used the example of what Grenada is dealing with in terms of assessing the impact on CARICOM following the passage of Hurricane Beryl.
There's been significant damage to the marine environment and the ecosystem in CARICOM. The mangroves have all been badly destroyed. All of this needs to happen.
Grenada experienced devastation to the northern part of the main island, CARICOM and Petit Martinique. Mitchell lamented that the extensive damage would take a toll on the overall progress and development of the tri-island states.
Based on preliminary estimates, we expect as much as 1/3 of Grenada's GDP to be the potential loss and damage. And to put that in context, we're talking about $1 billion.
Hurricane Beryl also impacted St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Tobago, Barbados, and Jamaica. This experience would form the basis of CARICOM's contribution to COP29 for climate justice.
Because it's not just the loss and the damage and the rebuilding, but it's the adaptation and the mitigation. And this is critical, because this may be a cataclysmic event, but on an ongoing basis, small island developing states are on the front line of this issue.
CARICOM and other small island developing states are hoping that larger countries will follow through on their Paris Agreement commitments for financial assistance in mitigation and recovery from loss and damage due to climate change-related events. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Well, CARICOM is reserving its opinion on the results of Venezuela's elections, which were held on Monday. Nicolas Maduro was re-elected for another term, but there are claims of election rigging, sparking violent protests. While other global bodies have spoken out, CARICOM is choosing to stay silent. However, they did issue a call for the United States to remove its embargo on Cuba. These were some of the outcomes from the recently concluded CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in Grenada. Candice Jackson once again with the details.
Despite the claims of election rigging in Venezuela, CARICOM is reserving its comments, according to CARICOM Chair and Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell.
CARICOM doesn't have to have a position on the issue. Elections in Venezuela are domestic matters. First. Second, Venezuela is not a member of CARICOM. Third, I think we expect, and it has already happened, that members will indicate their positions.
Meanwhile, the European Union has called for evidence regarding the results of Venezuela's elections, which have allowed Nicolas Maduro to continue governing. Similar calls are being made by the US and several South American countries. However, CARICOM is not commenting on the matter, but is expressing concern about Cuba,
which, to a large measure, almost single-handedly can be traced to the wrongfully imposed 62-year-old embargo of the United States of America on the people of Cuba. There are significant challenges for the average citizen of Cuba to be able to get basic items.
Additionally, CARICOM reaffirmed its commitment to Haiti. It is currently facilitating a transitional government following gang violence in Haiti earlier this year. Transitional President Edgar Leblanc attended the CARICOM meeting, where they discussed a strategy to return the nation to the polls at the end of 2025. They also talked about strengthening the impoverished nation's economy. Mitchell admitted that the situation in Haiti is challenging.
Haiti can grow its own food. It has the water, it has the land, it has a security challenge. So giving Haitians visa-free access to CARICOM countries isn't going to solve the security challenge.
CARICOM also committed to sending a commission to Haiti to formulate a policy for a new agreement between the state and the opposition. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
Get ready for the I Choose Sport Summer of Sport, and we're bringing the action to Tobago on Saturday, August 3rd. Win great cash prizes in our football tournament and show off your track and field skills. Have fun with our traditional and novelty games, bouncy castles, giveaways, and so much more. Meet some of our Tobago sporting legends up close. It all happens at the Montgomery Recreation Grounds from 10 a.m. on Saturday, August 3rd. See you there.
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Emancipation Day in Trinidad and Tobago is celebrated annually on August 1st. This is a significant occasion as it commemorates the freedom of enslaved Africans from colonial masters. In recognition of this day, the Division of Community Development decided to host an Emancipation Village, displaying the handicrafts of students who participated in their programs. Reporter Joshua Dan has more in this story.
Community Development recently held handicraft programs. Assistant Secretary Wayne Clark noted that the students showcased what they were taught during the classes.
If you look around, you see all the different things. So, community development, this is sort of like we're showing off. We're just displaying what we usually, the classes, the different classes and things. It's just an opportunity to showcase what we have.
He shared his favorite experience at the Emancipation Village.
Well, it's a big division. This is a dynamic division. My best experience or my favorite experience is just being here to serve the people.
We caught up with one of the teachers and a student who participated in a culinary class. The teacher noted that her class was based on traditional foods.
So my mind always on the traditional food. I will study up on it. I will talk with old people and they will tell me, well, yeah, you're on the right foot.
She also shared how they used to make traditional meals, including cassava bread and coconut bake.
We also have the cassava bread that you make with a little black raisin. That's how they used to eat long time. We also have the coconut bread that they used to put the little honey and the little this, because these people is a little everything because they was not rich. They go into the tree and collect their honey when the bees there, and that's how they used to live.
Her student noted that one of his favorite aspects of the class was learning to prepare the traditional green seasoning.
My favorite one, to be honest with you, was this same seasoning that we are making here now. I do have a passion for making seasoning because I grow all my ingredients myself. So hence the reason why I decided to do it on a larger scale, and through Mrs. experience and her teaching me, it was a wonderful experience indeed.
Other interesting trinkets that were displayed at the Emancipation Village were crocheted items, beaded jewelry and decorative pieces. Jo Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
Agriculture contributes 2% of Tobago's gross domestic product. However, the leader of the Innovative Democratic Alliance, Stacey Herbert, pointed out that it is far cry from what the island used to produce in the past at Tuesday's IDA press conference. Reporter Alexis Douglas tells us more.
Stacey Herbert, Secretary of Innovative Democratic Alliance, stated that the THA must make it a priority to implement and modernize reforms within the agricultural sector to improve it. This includes providing proper training and mentoring in vocational skills.
The THA must create a clear path from training to entrepreneurship, providing mentoring and market access to ensure that these skills translate into viable businesses.
Herbert further pointed out that the THA needs to reconsider their perception of farmers.
The THA has to redefine and expand the definition of farming to include innovative practices like crab farming.
When it comes to agro-processing, Herbert noted that a lot more investment needs to be made.
Another critical issue is the lack of investment in post-harvest processing. Without proper processing facilities and the support to farmers, much of our agricultural produce spoils before it reaches the market.
Herbert voiced that Tobago can foster a supportive environment for agricultural development as long as communities are connected to more extensive economic goals.
By revitalizing community initiatives and ensuring that they are connected to broader economic goals, Tobago can create a more supportive environment for agricultural development.
Alexis Douglas, Tobago Updates Television News.
That was the Secretary of the Innovative Democratic Alliance, Stacey Herbert. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your up below, 'cause this is your show. More, live more. Said I'm falling, falling, I'm falling. As I lay in my bed with my head to the ceiling. Say I'm drowning alone and I'm lost in my feelings. Somebody send me a sign, 'cause you know that I need it. Carnival, come back to me, 'cause you know you're my healing. I said it's okay, it's my therapy, therapy, my therapy. It take away all of my anxiety, anxiety, my remedy. I tell you that we all need love. Jump up and show me love, wind up and show me love. Together.
Now for the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight will be mostly fair and warm with a gentle breeze. There is a low chance of 1 or 2 brisk showers. Temperatures will drop to 27 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, predominantly hot, sunny and hazy, despite the low chance of 1 or 2 brief passing showers. A fair but hazy night is expected. Temperatures will rise to 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 35 degrees. Sea conditions are slight with waves up to 1.3 meters in open waters and smooth in sheltered areas. Sunrise is expected at 5:51 and sunset at 6:27. The Ministry of Education, in a press release, shared an update on the $1,000 school supplies and book grant, which supports financially disadvantaged students at the primary and secondary school levels. The ministry informed the public that successful applicants will receive these grants starting from August 5th via direct deposit to their bank accounts. They will be notified via an email or a telephone call when these grants are sent to their respective banks. For those who will be receiving these grants through checks, distribution will begin on August 12th, 2024. They will be contacted through email and telephone as well. The collection venue requirements to encash checks and where they can be encashed will be shared. The Ministry of Education advises applicants to look for any further updates via their social media pages. Well, popular Jamaican dancehall artist Vybz Kartel and 3 of his co-accused were released by court appeal today. In 2011, Kartel, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, Sean Campbell, Kahira Jones and Andrew St. John were charged with the murder of Clyde Lizard Williams and was convicted in 2014. However, based on the court's 12 factors, the president of the Court of Appeal decided that it was not enough for a retrial. Among some of the factors were concerns about Kartel's health based on medical reports, the severity of the incident, and the availability of witnesses. The news of Kartel's release has sparked relief and joy among his fan base, who loyally continued to support him. And that's where we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines. Police on the hunt for man in viral audio clip. Similar clips are circulating. Transport Commissioner says joint roadblocks are nothing new. Calypsonian Cupid says he will no longer participate in the Tobago Heritage Festival Calypso competitions, and Division of Community Development hosts Emancipation Village. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us. Wishing you a great night and a happy and a safe Emancipation Day. See you Friday.